Hey gunners of every sort, welcome to Shooting Gear Reviews, straight up guns and gear reviews. Today we're taking a look at the Evanix MAX Air bullpup in .30 caliber. This thing is obviously very attractive with a nice wood stock, cool bullpup design, but it's also semi-automatic and pushing .30 caliber pellets really hard. So let's go ahead and give this thing a thorough review. Let's check out some 50-yard accuracy, chrony numbers. We'll test a couple of different types of pellets out of it and just give it a good old once-over, Shooting Gear Reviews style. Stay tuned and check it out.
All right, so we start off here with the JSB 50.15s shooting at 50 yards. I wanted to test these in the 44s to see which one was going to be the most accurate just out of this barrel. So let's go ahead and get that done first. All right, now we're shooting the 44.75s. I did refill the gun to about 235 bar just after shooting those last 14 shots. I find that this particular Max Air shoots the best when I fill it to 235-ish, so that's what I'm doing here for these groups, just to try to give it the best shot at giving some accuracy.
I twitched that last one over. Still pretty awesome group. Badass. Semi-auto, it's hard to take your time. It's just so much fun to pull that trigger, but yeah, I think those 44s are doing all right.
All right, so since it looked like those 44.75s were doing the best job on accuracy, I wanted to go ahead and shoot those over the chronograph. So I set up a new target out at 50 yards, and I started working with my FX chronograph to kind of see here what sort of numbers we were getting using those 44s. At this point, I had the gun turned up to full power, and we'll get back to that here in a minute. But I just want to mention this is what the gun is capable of here, at least my gun, on full power. One other thing I want to mention is that in case you notice some of these shots aren't getting logged by the FX chronograph, that's because the thing is sort of fiddly, and unless I have it with just the right magical touch on it, it doesn't seem to want to pick up every shot. So I'm not going to fill this in between mags, so we're just going to keep going and see how far we can get before the numbers start dropping off. All right, so we can see by this fifth mag here that it is starting to drop in the velocity, but really the point of impact isn't changing a whole heck of a lot. I had those couple of shots fall a little low, but still, we're out here at 50 yards, and I think I'm holding target pretty well. So now moving on to the trigger, we've got a really, in my opinion, very nice trigger, being that this is a bullpup and the linkage has to go all the way back through the stock. This is a great trigger. Breaks really nice, very fun to work with. All right, back to the 50-yard target again here. Wanted to kind of just see what would happen if I adjusted the power down just a bit, because I'm thinking I was pushing it just a little bit hard and I would get a maybe more consistent shot string if I turned down that power just a little bit. So darn that FX Chrony wasn't picking up all the shots for us here, but I think it does show more consistency right now over the chronograph, and obviously I'm looking at just one hole in it through that center hole right there. A couple of shots outside, but I mean, come on, 50 yards, 30 cal accuracy with almost 80 foot-pounds. Yeah, I'll take that all day long. So there was my daughter to interrupt me, got rid of her, now back to shooting. So I wanted to see what it was going to do over the course of several mags once I'd made that adjustment on the power. So again, I didn't go ahead and top the gun back off in between mags here. So we're going to notice as the shot curve bends downwards slightly here as the shots go on, but still, look at this consistency.
All right, there you have it. The Evanix MAX Air 2 bullpup, 30 cal, smack, smack, smack. This thing is definitely getting the job done. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm Ben. I'm outdoors having a whole lot of fun with my air guns. I hope that you guys are too, and I'll see you in the next video.